Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Tony Grillo. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. And I don't know if we can see DJ. DJ, you gonna say hi? There's DJ. He says hi to everybody. And today I'm in a place called Lake Norden, South Dakota. That's where I'm parked for the night. And if you can see behind me, there's a bunch of kids there. They're all like high school. And I guess this place, it's a truck stop right here. It's right off the main highway and not very far from the town. Camera around, you can see the moon up there. It's a full moon tonight. And we got a couple, 5 trucks and you can see the truck stop there, and there's those kids are super nice. And so anyways, I'm just walking DJ, and I thought I'd make a quick video. And you know, I was having a conversation with one of the young ladies, and she never heard of Milwaukee. She's from Washington State, and she's like 19, you know, and she's living out here in Lake Norden. She visited here and she really liked it, and so she decided to come out and stay with some of her friends. And so I told her I lived in Milwaukee, and she never heard of Milwaukee. And I said, well, have you ever heard of the Fonz? You know, I was trying to explain Henry Winkler and the Fonz. She never heard of the Fonz. And I said, well, you know, what you guys are doing, Happy Days was a TV show back when I was a kid, because she's 19, I'm 54, you know. And I was trying to explain to her that it's a show about these kids, they're high school kids, and they hang out at a place just like what these guys are doing with their cars. And you know, there's this guy called the Fonz. He wears a leather coat, drives a motorcycle, he gets all the chicks, and you know, when he snaps his fingers, a girl always shows up right next to his side, and he can hit the jukebox, tap the jukebox, and the jukebox starts playing any song he wants. And so she said she never heard of the show. So, you know, I thought that was kind of funny. But then she tried to explain to me that she grew up in a very religious family, and she had like 13 siblings. And she was like homeschooled. And I said, okay, well that I guess that makes sense. That she would not know Happy Days. Because I tried to explain the Bronze Fonz and all that. And I told her Henry Winkler appeared in the movie The Water Boy. He was a football coach. She didn't even know that movie, you know. And then I asked her, hey, what does your dad think of you being out here? And she's like, well, they're sad, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I bet, you know. But she's like, you know, pretty much all the grown-up kids have like taken off, and they're all living in like different parts of the world. And I kind of thought that was kind of funny, because I don't know, you know, I only had one sibling, right? So I had one sibling. I don't know if I'm like really dark right now. You probably can't even see my face, but maybe we'll get to this. But anyways, I had a sister, and so, you know, I didn't grow up in a family where you have all like a huge number of kids, you know. And then I don't know, do they like all, you know, once they grow up or they get old enough, they're like, oh, I can't wait to get away from my siblings, you know, have some privacy, you know. Or do they all, you know, stay closer together? I don't know. Or, you know, I guess each kid's different, you know. Some may want to go explore the world, and one may want to stay, like anybody, like any people. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this town, and I thought I'd share that with all you. And I don't know if we got any kids driving down the road. It's like 10 o'clock right now, you know, so I don't think they have school yet, so, you know, but they seem like nice kids. I guess that's the hangout, just like Happy Days. So, all right, I'm going to show you some of the town. I thought before I show you the town, I thought I'd show you on a map where they are. This is a map of, you can see Minneapolis right there to the right. And then if you go over here to this area, now we're in South Dakota, right on the border. And if you zoom in a little bit, you see that dot, that's where I am. Okay, that's where my truck is parked. And you can see Sioux Falls is south of us. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's like an hour away, maybe 70-80 miles away. And then, you know, Watertown, South Dakota is like right above. And then if you zoom in here, see, we're not too far off of Highway 29 right here that runs north-south. But here's Lake Norden right here. So, and that is where I am, right here in this little town, right here, Lake Norden. So I'm looking at this landmarker site, and basically it tells a story. I don't read it word for word, but basically it tells a story about in the 1800s, homesteaders immigrated to this area, and they established the villages of Dolph and Poinsett, and then in 1906, right here, the South Dakota Central Railroad was extending a line from Sioux Falls to Watertown, and area landowners met here with the officials at the Rosium School, which is 1 mile west of here, and they donated a bunch of land, 35 acres for a town site, and SDC staked out what would become Lake Norden on October 15th, 1907. And then soon businesses sprang up here, and I guess they got the railroad to go through here, and the first train arrived on December 31st, 1907, which would have been Christmas, right? And the depot was built a few feet north of here, and 4 grain elevators and stockyards were also built near the tracks. And the town had 33 businesses by 1909. And the early locomotives were steam powered. And in 1940 they had diesel engines. And so I don't know if those that you could see those grain silos like over there. I don't know if that's where those wouldn't be the original, I don't think, but they, that, I don't know if that's where they were built and the train came through here, maybe. And yeah, they would haul grain and supplies over here. And then they had freight trains. Usually in the early days, they'd have 2 freight trains and 2 passenger trains. I don't know, this side's kind of hard to see. So, but then the SEDC was financially troubled, and there was a terrible accident March 4th, 1916, near Thomas, which killed 3 people and destroyed the entire train when it crashed through a fire-weakened bridge. Oh, man. Then a bankruptcy court ordered the sale of them, and then the Great Northern Railroad took control of this area. And then the last passenger train came through Lake Norden on December 30th, 1952. And when the last freight train departed on May 22nd, 1980, it left behind a legacy of 73 years of railroad history. So, and this marker is the marker for that little piece of history. Okay, so yeah, we learned something here. And I love history. I love learning things. It's kind of interesting to know, like, where did this town originate? How did it come about? And I would have never imagined it was a railroad train that created this town. But they knew the train was coming through here, and so businesses started popping up, and then the train was built through here. And for a while, this town must have been at one time it had 33 businesses here. I don't even think they have 33 businesses now that are here. you know, just a little town in the middle of nowhere. But there you have the community center. And what I really love, I love the old buildings. And it says right here, this place is called what? Refinery and Company. And it says right there, 1917 it was built. You know, 1917, this building. And I don't know what the refinery company is. I got DJ's got me tangled up here. He's like right there. I had to take a look inside. It kind of looks like a craft store, is what it looks like. You know, that's what I'm thinking it is. I know they got pickles in there, like a craft store. Kind of like, I know people that are really into crafts and stuff. And look at, oh, I love that. Like that, look at that counter right there. It's got the brick and the wood mixed together. That's actually really cool. So I think it's actually kind of a neat looking store. So, and then over here, I guess they have South Dakota. It's like an amateur baseball Hall of Fame called Salo Hall, huh? I don't know what Salo Hall means, but yeah, the South Dakota. So that would actually be kind of fun to. That'd be kind of fun to check out. If we have a community center, we have JR fees and a chapel. I mean, this looks like a really pleasant little town, you know? What's this place called? Oh, the Ballpark Bar and Grill. Okay. They are closed. They must close at 10 o'clock. And we have the liquor store here. Ever since Bud Light screwed up, now it's like Modelo is like the #1 beer in America right now. But no, they got Budweiser right there on their door. You don't hear much about Bud Light anymore. I don't know if what's going on with sales over there for Bud Light. So here's another old building right here. I like this building right here. Look like you got the brick there within the brick. And it's just, it looks like it's really well done. Looks like they like retucked it. Then you have like this, I like this brick right here. I think that's just really pretty. And you got like, what they call these things, like pillars. First National Bank. So they don't have a date anywhere here on this building, so I have no idea. Let's take a look at the inside. Yeah, the inside. Look at that beautiful marble right there. And those windows, wow, those windows are so cool. Look at the design, the artwork, I mean, that is just beautiful. Old work done there. And then you got right here, you got like, you know, what do they call that? I forgot the name of that. What they call it, like countertop, you know, the fancy. So, I mean, these windows look like the original windows, like these windows here, but they're not as fancy as the ones that were in the back of that back of that bank. Oh, geez, sorry, DJ. Sorry about that, buddy. I started stepping forward, and he kind of wandered right where I was walking. And then right here, we have Agripur. Look at those big tanks right there. And this is like a dairy place. It's huge. And it keeps getting bigger every time I come out here. But yeah, I gotta pick up a load of cheese out here, and then I'm gonna haul it. Agripur is like huge, and I don't know the history of Agripur. I think Agripur is a foreign company, and they came in here and they're buying up a lot of dairy operations all over the United States. I don't know where they originate out of, what country they're out of, but they're huge. They're big, you know. They're trying to make a foothold in Wisconsin. They've got some operations set up there, and then of course they just bought out these guys here, Lake Norden, and they sunk a lot of money into this place because that wasn't there like a couple years ago, and they put a bunch of additions on there. This place is huge. And I like going to Agripur. The people there are really nice. People are just, like small towns like here, people are just, yeah, I suppose everybody knows everybody here, and most people get along with everybody. They get along with their neighbors, and it's one of those towns, like I'll be walking along the street and people will say hi to me, So it's one of those fun little towns, where people are just friendly as heck, So this is the little town of Lake Norden. I know baseball is big out in these little towns, and they got a beautiful baseball field just down the road from here. So now we're kind of walking in some of the residential areas. And like little towns like this, most of the houses are little, they're little houses, kind of tight neighborhoods, and but they're nice. They're nice houses, Like this would be a neat town. I would think I would enjoy living here. Although I don't know if I'd want to grow up here, as a kid. But I do love my Milwaukee, I tell you, because I do like the nightlife, and I'm sure, I think there's a couple towns like one north and one south of here. They're bigger cities. I forgot the names of them, but I'm sure like people want to go out for the night. That's probably where they go. They go to some of the bigger towns that are close by. So I think I'm going to end my video with on that note. Maybe I could show you like the complex behind me. But yeah, this is Lake Norden, and so I'm out of here. Have a great night, everybody. Wisconsin hugs.